Welcome to Yes Sparks STEM Kits, brought to you by the High Plains Library District and YesFest. This experiment allows you to be a real-life scientist and make crystals out of borax and water. In your Yes Sparks kit, you will receive everything you need to make 3 unique crystal creations.
Before we get started, let's talk about safety. In your Yes Sparks kit, you will also receive safety glasses to protect your eyes and gloves to protect your hands. You'll also receive a material safety data sheet for borax, and this identifies some of the hazards and the precautions that you need to take when handling borax.
You'll also need water, which is about 1 cup for each one of these projects, some scissors to cut your pipe stem cleaners, and your face mask. Take your time to make some really creative shapes, and you can use 1 color or, like this one, I included 2 colors of pipe stem cleaners. Just make sure your shape fits within that cup without touching the sides or the bottom. As soon as you have the shape that you want to use, take your piece of wire and hook it on to the shape, and then wrap it around one of the popsicle sticks. And test it out by placing it in the cup. This one's touching the bottom, so I'm going to make it just a little bit shorter. The closer it is to the bottom of the cup, the more crystals will form on it. That looks just about right. So we'll set this aside for now. Fill one of the cups with water until it's about 1 inch from the top. Now we just need to microwave it until it's boiling.
Ask for an adult's help to move that cup of boiling water. If it spills, it might burn.
And now we're ready to add the borax to the water. But first, let's put on our safety equipment. Our mask, our safety glasses, and our gloves. It's important to wear safety equipment when handling any kind of chemicals. We're ready. 1 scoop of borax. This is a 1/4 cup to 1 cup of water. Scoop it out and carefully pour the borax into the water while stirring. And after a few seconds of stirring, the water will become clear. So all the borax is stirred in, and now we're ready to add our shape. Let's see if we can stir it up. Why does the borax not mix into the water? Let's talk about the water first. Water is made up of these molecules. Remember H2O? That's it. Except in real life, This is so much smaller. And a bunch of them together looks like this. So let's go back to those molecules. When the water is cold, those molecules are moving slowly and they stay close together. The colder the water is, the more the molecules stay close together. Think about ice. And the warmer the water is, the faster the molecules move and the farther apart the molecules become. Think about boiling water and steam. Okay, so what about borax? Borax is a bunch of molecules too, and they need space between the water molecules. So, yep, the water molecules need to be far apart. So it gives space for as much borax to be suspended as possible. This is called saturation. And then we start forming crystals. Is it magic? Nope, it's science. What's happening to the water as it sits in the cup overnight? Well, it goes from boiling hot, where the water molecules are moving very fast, to room temperature, and the water molecules are moving slowly. So the molecules are closer together. And what happens to the borax molecules? Well, your experiment shows you. The borax molecules settle and bond with other borax on nucleation sites. What are nucleation sites? Well, remember this guy? Yep. The molecules settle and bond with the other borax on nucleation sites like the pipe stem cleaner and the bottom of the cup. Another really cool part of this is that they are forming a repeating pattern connected together like this. So science happens, and you have a very sciencey geometric shaped crystal. Pretty cool. Science is fun, and now you know how water molecules and borax molecules work to make crystals. You're a real-life scientist. Try experimenting some more. What would happen if you use other materials as nucleation sites, like a cotton ball, a rock, or an eggshell? Try adding food coloring or paint too. What would happen if you use salt or sugar instead of borax? Find out about how to do these experiments and more fun projects from books at the library.